We're coming to you live from the Sir John Guy Stadium. This is Youth Resource Week. My name is Scott White. Over the next 5 days, we'll be taking you through this program. A few minutes ago, the gates opened with the first lot of some 18 to 20,000 people coming through the gates. Behind me are the stalls that they'll be visiting. What is Youth Resource Week? It's a private sector funded, self-funded initiative in collaboration with the government aimed at connecting disengaged youths with people who can help them. And that's government sector, private sector, and every organization that is present here today. Just a few facts: 60% of Papua New Guinea's population are young people. The average age for a Papua New Guinean is 25, so that's a very young population anywhere in the world. Now, the importance of having Youth Resource Week is to have the youths come through this stage, this platform, this gathering here, and engage with people who can help them all in one place. So behind me we have things like NID registration, passport registration, how to set up a business, IRC, all of that in one place. Last night, the Prime Minister, James Marape, did a walkthrough just to see the preparations. He engaged with staff, talked with the organizers, and this is the start of day one. The accreditations were delayed by 1 day. The start of this event was delayed by 1 day, but we have begun. We have some prominent people who will be engaging with youths. One of them is Mr. Larry Andali, head of TWL, a transport company owned by landowners. Dovri Henau is a prominent lawyer in Papua New Guinea, is serving as founder and CEO of the Legacy Group, where he focuses on government to business relations. The first speaker that will be crossing over in a few minutes now is Miss Anna Bais, an influential figure in Papua New Guinea, known for her work in advocacy and women's rights, in community development. She's been involved in various initiatives aimed at empowering women and addressing social issues. She will cross down to the tent behind me to see the first speaker in action.
Today we will have inspirational Papua New Guineans not only to you who is physically here, but also to our online audience who are also watching online. So thank you very much. So the first speaker that we have today, boys and girls, man-mary youth, leaders, here, is Miss Anna Bais. Miss Anna is an influential figure here in our beautiful country of Papua New Guinea, known for her work in advocacy, particularly in the fields of women's rights and community development. She has been involved in various initiatives aimed at empowering women and addressing social issues such as gender-based violence and access to education. Here at Youth Resource Week, we are very privileged to have her. So she will be talking along the lines of 2026 to 2030, the PNG boom years, preparing for the upcoming economic opportunities. However, she can also talk more about her work and what she's doing. So thank you very much. Youth, I can see a lot of people standing around. Please come, chair. Come and fill up the chairs. So after she has given a talk, then you can also go out to the booths. And thank you to all those who are watching online. So let us make welcome Miss Anna Bais. Thank you very much, Miss Anna. Yes. You have 45 minutes to talk.
45, Thank you so much, Mistress of Ceremony. Now, morning through all geta. You can like me talk PC or me talk English. Mix tupla one time, No worries, I'll do that. Me look you plantica, move around. You look, any opportunities that are available here, me amamas. Belblo mi karai, me too mama, me got all pikinini, nephews, nieces. Everyone is doing the same thing. And so, Me like give liklik talk encouraging me just to help us so that we also prepare ourselves. Before plenty of these opportunities come, you may yet too, we must be ready. So I'd like to say morning, also good day to our online viewers this morning, to everyone here, all our young people, women, youth, our people with disabilities, to the organizers, to those that are setting up your stalls today, tomorrow. Thank you so much. My name is Anna Bais. Me come lo tupla end lo Central Province. Mailu, you come to the end of Central East and Mailu, now you come up lo Milin Bay. You come lo end lo Central East and Kairuku, and then you will come to Kerema. So I am a full Central Province woman, but I am from Papua New Guinea. Me 50 years old. Today I am a managing director of my own company, M1 Consultancy Development Consultancy Company. I am also the chancellor for the Enga Innovative University. University Lo Enga Nupla University, I am the chancellor for that university. I am also the founder and chairlady of the Miss Bed of Paradise Papua New Guinea. And so me we implant the liklik hat, but most of you by Savelo me, you will remember me as the secretary for the Community Development Office. So me bin work law office law community development. I worked there 27 years, 8 year and me departmental head. Now youth office was once upon a time part of the department. Then me grow him, me cut him umbilical cord, and it became the youth office as it is today. Still plenty challenges, but we won't give up because youth and one big opportunity in this country. As one American president been talk, we must not build the future for our youth, but we must build the youths for the future. Youth semi-plogera. So I'm Anna, I may be wearing all these hats, but the way me come up, go, me reach in this level, it got sacrifice, it got challenge, it got plenty story blood this. So me like sharing liklik one time you play. I grew up at Gorea, stage 2. I had parents that were not working. Mama, papa in a work. Papa too go to jail. All lucky mem. Tupla brother blow me. And all stop rascal life lo Gorea. Me this la picking Mary. I grew up hiding my brothers from the police, from you name it. Kind person, but them life blow me plan. I'm a Gorea girl. If any of you are here from Gorea, you me all Gorea line here. You me silo passing blow you me before. Now how you may come up. That was my life. Even met you play look him. Me plus like roll him all brother blow me play. Hide him all. Time all walk him about. That was the life. I went to St. Paul's Gorea, State 6. I did my grade 1 to 6, Gorea State 6. Then me finish, me go to Maranville. Me start talking me at this life. When me stop, me must send him for my brothers and sisters and for my children in future. We didn't have money. Living in the city and unemployed is worse than living in the village. Huh? You stop the place, you got kai lo garden, you got fish lo saltwater, you got meat inside the bush. You stop lo Mosby, you stop the city. It is very, very hard. That is when, by me look him, uside them leader, young leader lo community, uside em online where by me blame him all get a line but ourselves. That is where we will see success. Me finish St. Paul's Gorea, me go to Maranville High School. 4 years. mind was set on changing the situation my family was in. Grade 8, me walk him, me a rapping all presents, Brian Bell. From grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, every holiday I was wrapping presents at Brian Bell, getting 70 kina a fortnight. 70 kina no this time and big money. Big money. 70 kina. I could pay my school fee, my younger brother and sister's school fee. I could buy a bag of rice. I never gave up. Me Woklahab, thank you to the late Sir Brian Bell for allowing young kids like us to be able to be employed there to wrap presents. So, this is a story, yeah. Then I did grade 11 and 12 at Sogeri National High, and I saw that Nogat man Woklo house. Me picking in him area. Me need him modest. Me need him stay free. You plus side challenges. By me way more lap, kind or lap. Was him na you marry sakisim kind sick. That was my life. You can see me today, and you will not believe that that's my journey. I came through that way. I was not going to allow my small sister to go to Marindville. Na emba use him lap too. Emba use him pieces of towel. No, I had to work. Side hustle. This stage is called a hustle stage. When I'm side hustle, by me walking. Me school, me walk. Me school, me walk. My late father used to proudly talk about me. Emsa talk, pikinini Mary Blomia. Me no walk yet. But lo school that's all. Helping me lo buy him school fee. Helping me lo put him kai. Me school hard, me win him Australian Mets competition. All of him account from me lo Westpac Bank. Me kiss him money lo Australian dollars while I was still schooling. Me no walk yet. But that helped me and my family. And so, at a young age, me looking at them, I could still do a lot. But after grade 12, all my friends went to uni. I couldn't join them. Why? Because me sorry lo liklik brother and sister. I have to work. So I left, I went into the workforce. And me go no bank, me come no community development. I joined this community development as a payroll clerk. Me no kissing one big work. Me payroll clerk, me sa work in payroll line. Time all talking me, you sa work in this work. Me gamane mall na me talk, I can do it. So they got me. And from there, in that department, it used to be Home Affairs and Youth, it come, plenty different name, come community development. I made my way up. I went to uni on full pay. Sacrificed me working the little brother and sister. And now all selling me go to university, no full pay. What a blessing. Double blessing. Me come out, me walk in my university, blow me overseas. When I came back, I worked hard. Me sa work smart, yeah. You got online, sa work hard. You got online, sa work smart. Me got plenty all picking in the house. I have 8 children between my husband and I. Me got plenty look out picking in it. I know who works smart and who works hard. Me salimul go washing plate. Me sawe usad by kissing 15 minutes, usad by working 3 hours just to wash plates. Because they don't want me to give them another job. But they will achieve the same result. Who do I favor? I favor the one that works smart. Yipla harima. Working in the department, I rose to the top. It's very challenging for a woman in Papua New Guinea in a government agency to reach the top. But I made it. Lo discipline, lo attitude, lo resilience, strong, lo stand up strong. I made it to the top. Me work 27 years lo community development. 8 of those years, Me, this la Mary, Papua, Central, I became the head of the department. And how did I get there? Who was I looking after? I was managing more than 200 to 300 Papua New Guineans from all different culture and all different lives of Papua New Guinea. But with the strength of Adonai, God, you will not go wrong. So me look out him all. What I'm trying to tell you while I'm telling my story, I'm going to come to the economic opportunities, and I will come to how you prepare yourself, how you preparing you yet. Even before you like walk around na kisimol paper, how about you preparing you yet? That is very important. You just like round, Belat one time, government not look savvy, this and this, you walk around, you will not get far. Trust me. I never blamed government. I never blamed anyone. I just looked, saw, and I said, I need to be the leader in this family. I have to change. My brothers don't have to go to jail. We don't have to cook rice nuts, capsite him tea, go inside. We can do better than this. So I had to work hard. You know what opportunity or same when now me become na looking for opportunity, none of this was here. We had to find it in our own way. So young people, I want to give you some advice before you go out. There are many economic opportunities, okay, plenty economic opportunities. But before we come to all these little opportunities, I want to talk about how we prepare ourselves. You don't can wait till tomorrow or after you kissing one paper. No, you start right now. Start with discipline. Discipline M1M. It means you must stop focus. Why are you here? What are you looking for? How can you start disciplining yourself? I tell a lot of my children, I tell a lot of the youths or whoever I talk to, if you want a man or marry, you sakai kai buai. Emol bad habits, yeah. You start adding how much you spend him lo 1 player, 2 player, 3 player lo buy buai. I'm not gonna talk to you about big things. I'm coming to small things. How much do you spend? Since the time you start kai kai buai till now, you add him mamas. I can tell you, and fit lo you building one house finish. The time you started smoking, you hide nasimuk, you add him. Add him this la money lo, this la time, till today. How much? You fit lo buy one car finish. Or you fit lo buy one bus finish. Lo starting one lick business. That is called discipline. Beer, alcohol, the amount of money you have spent, you could have bought a camera already to take photos. You could have bought a little taxi. You could have bought many things that you dream about. Now you like starting one business. Discipline has to start with you. I had to discipline myself. So discipline and big plus something. No can waste Mr. talking about picking in your house. Discipline. I have children, plenty children. But you come to house for me. But you wonder, I'm all picking in here. Maria Mascarim, lo kind up here. I look after many children. Okay? And I tell them this. Mr. Salimol Golo store, I know which children come back to me with a receipt, and I know who doesn't come back with a receipt. And you know who I worry about? All this la no sakisim receipt come back to me. Because if they are employed, I will be worried about them, whether they will do the right thing or not. We are talking about corruption at a big level. We need to bring it back. Lo house blow you me, community blow you me, now you me go out. We will be better people. Like I said, me no come no give me plol, try talk. I'm starting with these small talks. And you know, when I send my children to store or market, plant is a racist law market. Do you know why? Because market no got receipt. So they are happy to go to the market. They don't want accountability. Only less lo you check him. How much will spend him? How much will kiss him come back? We have to start this little discipline. Lo you me yet. And we go out. You want to go out and you want to change the country, you can't. Country and big platumas, challenges and big platumas. But we start within Yumi ourselves. These are things that I learned. That's why I rose to the top in a government agency as a woman at 38 years old. Now me walk, go, all in around see me. Me at me looking Muslim. I think we can come out in a time politics here. So I came out. Why? Because we did the women's policy, youth policy, disability, child protection, all get a policy where it's about people. You want to build a country, you build him, all people. If you want a country to be built, you focus on building the people. Who are the people? All youth here, all mama, all hand no good, leg no good, eye no good, children. These are the people. When you build people, you are building a country. And I think a lot of our leaders, we still have to get that right. You mean focus, the infrastructure and all kind. We have forgotten that to build a village, build the people. To build a province, build the people. To build a country, we focus on building our people. Me look him go 8 years, me stop department head, I have to come out. Let me try politics. Me time lo must be Northwest there. Plenty of Northwest, or less lo mamaya. Or like Papa I go inside yet. So only no kissing me go inside, but it's okay. I tried 2 years. But when I came out, this is what I told myself. Let's be the leaders you may wish you may got. Okay? You too used to wish I had this kind of leader. I had this kind of leader. You don't have to wait. You can be that leader wherever you are, whatever you are doing. So that's why me come out, me work in little business, me come out, me put in Miss Bed of Paradise, I founded it, Miss PNG. Was I talk was Miss PNG only about beauty? No. One of the challenges in government was people with disability. So me kissing this inside of this platform, focus on Miss Bed of Paradise and education for children with disability. That is my foundation. This is the 3rd year of operation, and I can tell you, in Miss Bed of Paradise, there are great opportunities if you like finding work or you like working little business. And I'll tell you what happens. When we do a Miss PNG, big business come up. We plus find him line, set him stage, set him tent. We plus find him all photographers, videographers. We look for motels, hotels. We plus find him all artists, all choreographer, all dancers. There's a lot of business in that Miss Bed of Paradise. There's a lot of opportunities. So you want to Mansa Olim camera, there's an opportunity for you there. You want to Mansa role play, there's an opportunity for you there. You want to Mano Merisa creative art, there is opportunity there. There is a lot of opportunities. Catering, we give a lot of businesses. Now we are trying to go 22 provinces as our contribution to 50 years. Every province must send in a Miss Bed of Paradise Gulf, a Miss Bed of Paradise Medeng, and so forth. What does that mean? That means more empowerment. That means more businesses. That means more designers. Already, plus a sum up, there's a lot of business there for you. It is going to bring out the businesses that simple Papua New Guineans do right throughout the country. And so me like just adding this like, it's something you won't think about. When you think of economic opportunities, plenty by thinking lol big plus something. But I want to encourage you, before you start looking for those opportunities, think discipline, think attitude. Attitude below you will determine your altitude or your height. You got good attitude, you will go a long way. Misa looking plenty, young plant, Misa employing plenty. Only got this pride. Sometimes they don't like you to tell them what to do. When also asking me advance, and I tell them, listen boy, listen simuk, now you come and ask me advance next time. Because I cannot entertain that bad habit. So you ready, you come back and ask me. Some of them choose boy and smoke over unemployment. Pride. Bible talk us and pride goeth before destruction. So please all young people here, when the opportunities out there, out here, not can waste him. Government is one of the largest employers in the country. Government. Me like advising government, while we are doing this, annually there's many opportunities, establish government. In all the projects that we do, every province, including Port Moresby, has a project, whether it's road construction, whether it's building that building, whether it's doing that waterway, whatever it is, youth opportunities start finish. How by me connect him, how by me align him. Every year we should be having a lot of carpenters because we are building a lot of building. Where is the connection with the youths? Every year we should be having a lot of plumbers, a lot of bricklayers, a lot of electricians. Work and stop. How do you me align him, not connect him? One time on youth blow you me. That is where it needs to happen. So if you're preparing more youth with skills, we don't need to bring any Asians and people from outside to do our work. To say that we lack these skills. No, God. You meet God, all people here. They want to do that. They lack the skills. I hope at the end of this Youth Resource Week, and one big connection by me walking. When we talk about growing the economy, more big policy talk, medium-term development, growing the economy, we are about agriculture. You me got mining, you me got fisheries, you me got forestry. There is a lot in this country. But how? By me aligning all youth, come growing all this economy of this country. How do we align the youths? What kind of youths do we have? We have youths that never went to school. We have youths all drop out of grade 6. We have youths that they're not drop out, school leavers in grade 8. We have youths that left in grade 10. We have youths that left in grade 12. We have youths that are at uni that came out that cannot find a job. That is the category we have. How do we organize them? How do we align them to training, to employment? How do we do that? And that is what I hope will be the outcomes of this Youth Resource Week. And big plus something. I know many of you are hungry and you have come to look for these opportunities. Plenty of opportunities start. And out of all these opportunities, we can create a skill force, a workforce in this country that no one can play with. And it is the youths of this country. Online talk. All youth are more energetic line here. You go into a meeting now, people lapun and people die na people sit and stop the meeting na. Youth are there waiting. They're just waiting to explode. And I was a departmental head. I apologize if we didn't do things right, but I fought as hard as I could. And we separated youth. And I hope that youth will have a youth for employment, office of employment, focused on nothing but employment and aligning. Grade 6, you know, grade 6, go back to school. You finish grade 8, you go back to grade 9 and 10. We have to do that. We align them. We have the National Volunteer Service in this country. We have civic. We have security. We have to align. There is so much employment. It is how to align. Now, how by me working good, where our youths can be part and parcel of the development in this country. It's not hard. God can help us do this. We need leaders. You need him. You may all get along. Come together. Now walk boom one time. And now when you walk around, please look and walk around nothing. Look all opportunities. Pray. Prayerfully do it. Prayerfully do it. I can tell you, that's what kept me going. Plenty lines are bagarapi me because me government, of course, when it comes to government, everybody spoils government. I had the government head. There were things that I wanted us to do differently. But I'm harder. Sometimes I don't say that me like going to a big clouds, but it didn't happen. And so it hasn't stopped me. I'm still doing whatever I can, wherever I can. Lo help with employment, and I help moving on some lick work. And so my encouragement, I want you to live. Think about this. Me talk 3+ something. Discipline, attitude, and resilience. Resilience and big word. But how we have survived. Whether service come to you or government service come to you, we are not dead. We are still alive today. We didn't die. So why didn't we die? Why Naomi not die? God still has a plan for you. And we still got purpose for you. He put greatness in all of us. He gave us same amount of time, 24 hours in a day. How you may use him, and you may now, yeah? How we use it is very important. Don't blame other people. Don't blame government. Don't blame your mother. Don't blame anybody. Because when you start blaming, you'll never do anything. Trust me. I was born poor. Me. I was born poor. I struggled. But I am not going to die poor. If me die poor, I'm fault for me. You can understand him this like talk. I was born poor, but I will not die poor. If you were born poor, now you die poor, I'm fault for you yet now. Don't go around blaming. You have to get up. Never worry if you failed as many times. Keep getting up. What can you do with what you have? You know got camera, you know got car, you know got 1+ something. God will give 1+ skill to you. What is that skill? Something you do better than I can do. I work with disabled people. Me got 1+ brother. I'm blind, I'm got 2+ degree. Now, how can he have 2 degree? No get all eye up blind and no got degree. That's a challenge for me. I have disabled people that play the guitar. I have a band. They call them White Cane Band. All got a blind, but all got band here. Now all can sing, also talking me. Boss Mary, you got disability. You know, Salo playing guitar. Boss Mary, you wear my glass and you disabled, yeah. Me ability blow me am this la. I can do this. You will learn a lot from disabled people. They will tell you, look at my ability and not my disability. There are many of them that are working, that are schooling, that are doing a lot of things to look after themselves. Now you may all good hand, good leg, you may also someone. So just think about that. M3+ something. Discipline, attitude blow you. Now resilience, strong blow you. Bible talk us in Galatians. What you reap is what you sow. And minimum you plant him cow, but you harvest him cow. You plant him peanut, but you harvest him peanut. You sleep too much, but you harvest him one something. You drink beer too much. What are you going to expect in return? You know, what you reap and what you sow. What you walk him and want him something, but you kiss him. So think about that. But God also said in Jeremiah, I am the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Me is holding this scripture around here. Every time I come across something that I find that in my heart straight, I pull out that scripture where God talk, me Papa will all get a flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? No God, no God. If he wants to take the greatness out in you, make him you go try man Mary, he can do it. You just have to make yourself available. So I think, I know your topic was on economic opportunities, but we don't like touching too much. Maybe some others that come later, but I can tell you, Papua New Guinea, it got big economic opportunity. You by looking plenty country, looking now look come. Now you may not can sit down sorry and look all. You me too must rise up. We must rise up. How do we rise up? Start by disciplining ourselves. From disciplining ourselves, and by me rise up, come now. When I'm walking, me kiss him. When I'm training, you me kiss him. When I'm support, you me kiss him. We are ready. Can you repeat after me? We are ready. Me not believe him. I don't trust that. I need to hear it again. We are ready. You have to mean it. You must mean him you that you are ready. It's time for us to rise up. Opportunity, Narai, our team blame, youth office, they have come together. Don't worry. Usat come and come. God will, he rides very straight on crooked grounds. Whoever is meant to be here will be here. Now you find him this opportunity, you. The company me running consultancy firm, I do proposals, projects, I do strategies, plans. I help young people too. You like working one plan, or you group him you yet, na you like working one plan. I'll do it for free for you. Pami lose him card blow me. One time our team law here, you pluck his SIM card. Emailing me or asking me, Mama, me think or same. Pami guide him, me plan, about me help him, how you can organize yourself. There's a lot of opportunities there. And plenty line back come talk. Please, everybody you meet every day, you will learn something from. You will either learn to want to be like that person, or you will learn not want to be like that person. Okay? I'm learning every day. So when you see somebody doing well, one of your young men, you congratulate him. Hamamas, no can look no good. No. Just because it's not happening to you, you all praise each other and help each other to grow. That is the way that we will grow as a nation. You may busy lo fight namen lo yumi yet. All narapla by come. Kiss him all good pla blo yumi lango. So sorry lo, me pull him talk lick a bit longer, but or if I try to preach a little bit lo side lo Bible, but that is the way I reached the level that I wanted to be at. Government recently lo June all appointed me go lo Fiji as the Fiji High Commission. All appointed me na me respectfully me decline him. Because 27 years me work lo government. Now if me die lo work government, all picking in me ba semone. So I have to come out, and while I'm still young and active, me like working more business where all picking in me by take over. No good me die na go na all by no got something. So I respectfully decline him. Nice big work. Na me no kiss him. Me talk out too, so if government all him, I'm all to all. So say me respectfully decline him. And I'm happy where I am because I'm still empowering a lot of young people, and especially through Miss Better Paradise. And by looking, 2 years old, and by go 3, and by grow. It will grow like never before, right throughout the country. And I want you all to be participants. If you don't find a job, and you are still looking for a job, time you look at Miss Better Paradise, we put him out, come and volunteer. Talk me like volunteer. Online come volunteer, me give him a little allowance, me write him, reference blow, Planti kisim work now. All kisim work. So there are opportunities everywhere, big or small, everywhere. Emba Kambek Leyumi, whether we are ready to rise up and grab those opportunities. Thank you so much, Na. God by blessing you, me all get that. Thank you. I'll see.
In business management and policy. She is a certified facilitator and trainer in leadership, training and development. She has 6 years of experience and exposure in defense, in which she attended a lot of training overseas and facilitated leadership courses in 2021. So in 2022, she attained her certificate in leadership training as a facilitator and trainer in UK, and she is currently a HR manager. So you can come in and get a seat and listen to some of these inspirational Papua New Guineans. So youth, let us make welcome Miss Henrietta Gorea. Thank you very much, Miss Henrietta. No, you won't. Yeah. Okay. You can remove it. Yeah, you can remove it. You can remove it.
Avinuno, good day. People are right there. Hi. Okay, my name is Henrietta Gorea. I'm 29 years old. I'm just the same as you. Okay? Mi young Plamerio say you. I'm turning 30 this year. Mi look around, mi look mosem. All get all one era blomita solo pull up ya. Okay, I'm no different. I'm here to talk about politics, bureaucracy, and employment. Okay, I was with government for 6 years. Everything that I wanted to say, Ma'am Bais has already actually said it. So I'm going to try and see if I can say something different. So, Ma'am Bais, I'm also at the strategic level. We pass at all different levels, the government sector. We also come up with all policies. Now, work below me, been implementing all policies. Okay, but mine was specific for defense, and I had experience for 6 years. I was unemployed for 2 years, and it's very hard to look for work. 2 years, me karim pigini lo school yet. Papa mama blomi been sore lo mi na to gipini same school. One blood day, one money but me no love him you more, so you must get money lo pocket blue you are. You get up now you go walk. So 2 years, me sa walk market round only beginning blomi, and I told myself that I wouldn't be like this for all the time. One fine day I'll be somewhere. So after 2 years of job hunting, I finally found a job with defense. I was with HR, and then I moved to policy, where I did domestic or government policies and international policy for defense specific. Plenty of challenges. Plenty time was members talk binis. You miss criticize him government. Talk us government no work this la government no work this la. What are you doing for us? Little do we remember that we ourselves as citizens, we have a responsibility as well to our country, to our fellow Papua New Guineans as well. You talk government no give me work, but you sit on the street, you walk on them. You party marry, you smoke marijuana, you walk a kind, but you like a government la alvim you. Okay. When you want to before you ask for something, before you criticize something, you must always look at yourself. What am I doing? And what can I do to get to where I am? All right? I didn't write anything. I'm speaking from my heart and my mind and my experience. As a young person just like you, I know what it's like to look for work. I know what it's like to face challenges. Me save one something, sometimes you me no sakaika, you me pani walk, you me like straight, you me yet. Okay? Government and putting all get our policies in place, but the implementation and the public administrative process or the bureaucratic level of how things are done is the challenge. We are turning 50, doesn't mean that we have it all figured out. Plenty of country, it took them 100 years plus to get to where they are. We should never ever compare Papua New Guinea to another country. Oh, Australia is better than PNG. Yeah, correct, they have 100 years of independence. We are only 50, okay? Past time, you know, got plenty of line well, all got master's program. Now government opening way law. You may got plenty of scholarship program at them, China, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand. There are opportunities there. What can you do to better equip yourself? Money you put in the boys, okay, you bung him. Bung him na go walk passport blay you. Bung him na go walk NID blay you. This platform, this Youth Resource Week, it is a concept that has already been done, but the approach that is being done is new. They're bringing all the hubs here with critical agencies and institutions that can equip you with what you need as a young person moving forward with yourself. All right? When I was working for Defense, there was a scheme where, a school leaver scheme, where they would take, it was an initiative to take grade 12 school leavers straight from school to join the military. Okay, this is something that's been ongoing. This is something that's still quite a challenge. As I've said, policies are there, but the implementation or the bureaucratic process of so many things is quite a challenge. All right? One by something we look him low, you me young line, we are too quick to want something, but we are not prepared. Why do I say we're not prepared? You have to look at yourself. What should I equip myself with to move to where I am? A lot of people have doubted me in my life. You're too young, you're too ambitious. But I equipped myself how? I sat down and I read, and I read. I'm not a lawyer, but I would look at legal or legislative processes and ways of doing things so I could better equip myself. So when I'm being asked something, when I am to do something, I know. Okay? Plenty time, you may know savelo one plus something or mansa kam giamani mimi. All batok no ino sem. And then you may batok yes, because you may believe him all. But you have to equip yourself, all right? You have to know what you want and you have to go after it. So our employment, I was part of the launching of the youth policy in 2020 down at the APEC House, in which Bais has reiterated on that. They were the ones behind putting that together. And we were there for the launching. In that youth development policy from 2020 to 2030, it talks about what all the government sectors should be doing to address the youth bulge, all right? So you got all agencies, you got all authorities, you got plenty something is up. We just need people who are willing enough to take on that challenge to assist our youth, which is the platform that you have before you now with Youth Resource Week. As a HR manager, one of my challenges, you know, I used to look at people who are very qualified. Now we look at people who are willing to work. As long as you can read and write, as long as you know you have a certain skill, we want you. But when certain people come for interviews and they sit down, they don't do it their business to come pleasant looking. You can get boy, you come sit down, you don't make any work. I know, sir, but I am you. You know, company problem me. You like your work, okay, you straight to it, you come. Responsibility and rights. You differentiate that and you will know what you want and where you're going. All right? Don't be a person that's always entitled. You straight you at past them. Straight you at past them, check you at past them, and you will go far. I used to have this entitlement feeling, oh, I'm smart. So maybe I get boy and me go sit down. Somebody humbled me, someone that I used to work very closely with. He's a mentor of mine. I'm talking to me, you can be smart. But suppose some man come sit down, I'm not like boy, but me choose him and pass. Why? Because I'm so I'm like walk. I'm decent, I'm pleasant, I'm come sit down. So plenty time me talk young man marry all campaign walk. What's a car? Na me go back, na me sleep, na me think big man. Me sit down in the right position or you like so me want something, you know? People are looking for work, people are looking for employment, and there are certain ways in which we can assist ourselves by better equipping what's out there There are scholarship programs out there. There are labor schemes out there. How can you better align yourself to where you want to be? Okay, you read. Phone, you will get a phone. But you will gonna watch him. Picture no good na. Gonna text him all man na marry na want something. No. Buy that flex. Go online and research. What do I need? Labor mobility scheme. Me need one him. Me need him passport. Me need him NID. Lilik market money. You go boom him. You go passport him 100 kina. NID him hamas 40 kina. You go put him. You boom him. Na you equip him. You yet. Find a better life for you. Government is doing what it can, but you must do what you can also. 85%, you missed up the informal sector. 15%, probably by now the numbers have changed. 15%, you missed up the formal sector. But by looking all the time, all man the formal sector, by me go find him online the market, go find him dinner money, go find him kai. It doesn't matter what you do. You missed up the grade 8, grade 6, also line him making a living. That's very important. When you come and you stand at a point where you think that you sit down in the class and some of them this la pillowcase or this la bilume, you think block class that's all. No. Now you sit down and suppose you sell him, now you put him 20 plan, you put him 10, now you make money. And then you invest in it. You build your equity, you build your capital. You can go buy a car. You can run him taxi. You can run him bus. I've met a lot of people that have humbled me over in my life. Because Mr. Thing was a mixed degree. I'm all that. No, God. Ability, blame you, compassion, blame you, humility, blame you. But Karim, you go a long way in your life. Me go sit down, something will happen. Me nothing, me but go sit down. After the mama blow me pass him eye. Me go thinking, what's there for me as a young woman, as a mother? Where do I find myself? And you go and you find yourselves in another country. Now you look back, lo country blame, oh sorry, country blow me silly posem. But me walk one something lo. Adding value go lo narabla man Mary. Even if you know got money, now you had to buy him school fee belong him. Like Alvin blame the advice blame you, it will go a long way. Plenty time you talk lo young Mary miss ask him, you got boyfriend? All but talk yes. Okay. No got married hurry up. Bunging money blame you 5 years, 10 years you stop, then you go married. All but talk why? I know what it's like. And it's a struggle. You have to know what you want, you have to know where you want to be, and you move forward in your life. Me no come here so I'm save Mary. Me come here so me one kind of say you blah. Okay? 29 years, I'm turning 30, and I am privileged to have been standing here in front of you to deliver what I'm delivering. I haven't written anything. This is straight from my head, from my heart. Namila talk you plus some opportunity and stop. Okay, you have to align yourself with the right people, align yourself with priorities. Think of yourself. Some name them James Leah, no got. Any James, Junior or Susan, no got. You put your hand on top, meeting you, James. Okay, regardless. You put your hand on top, you talking you yet. I'm James, so I'm Susan. In the next 3 years, I won't be looking for a job. Work back me, business back me. But in order to me logo this lahab, me must save. One more opportunity stop. Plenty opportunities and stop. Plenty. Open him phone, you look him. Open him phone. Look, lol good plus something. Think lol good plus something. No can sit on the street na. Talk I agree lol marry or man. Look lol no good something. There's opportunities there. All right. Whenever you see our government having relations or big meeting lo here, it's for these benefits. So that we can have scholarships, we can have labor mobility schemes, so we can go. Why? He had lo pani more opportunity out there where you're overqualified lo gonna pani work. But work and stop you will get or schemes and stop you will get or scholarship and stop. What can we do to align ourselves to a better future for ourselves? So I'm standing here as one of you, as a young person. I know what it's like to look for work. I know what it's like to have struggles. But one thing I never stop doing is believing in myself. When you stop believing in yourself, you've defeated yourself. You cry, and you worry, and you talk big man, me give up. And you defeat him, whole purpose blue you. Whole purpose blue you, inner being blue you, mentality blue you, you bagar up in penis. Because you already stopped believing in yourself. Everybody else can give up on you. Mama blue you can turn it backside blame you. Papa blue you, brother blue you, sister blue, but you yet, you kaya cow na drink all water and you sit down on the street there. You must think him osem. Last la day blow me, last la week blow me, last la month, last la year blow me la stop osem. Next year moving onwards, I'll be better. Why? Because there are opportunities available. So now that you're here, you're not here by mistake. I'm not here by mistake. We're here to relate to each other. It's good to see some familiar faces. Hi. It's good to Believe in yourself and know that in the long run, you won't always be like that. In the long run, you won't face difficulty. You won't find times where you are depressed, okay? Plenty of man will sit down, stop here. Plenty time. All man will talk lol feelings, lol. Mental health, it matters. All man, you miss a feeling of cultural obligations, bring me plenty to mass. You mean loga tolga the Sunday logo pine Mary? Yes, right. But as we move forward in our lives in this modern age and time, you mean looking mo man na Mary to you mean come up equal. Mary to panin same work as a man, Mary to like talk as a man, Mary to like walking on something. We are no different. All right? But our roles will differ from time to time. So now you may stop, you may think, you may look around, the one more habs and stop here. Be open. All right? I used to suffer from what they call inferior complexity. Inferior complexity is when you feel that you're not good enough. You're not good enough to look like I blow on the white man na. Look eye to eye na talk. White man talk you talk, yes boss. Look. Because you're not confident like you yet. You not believe like you yet. You still think of the skin color like you and differentiate him. You know, you stop time down, stop and tap no got. One time I were up me put on me been like to resign the work to me. One the boss man me come name talk. Don't. You know what you're suffering from? And I said what? He said, you're suffering from inferior complexity. You feel that you don't belong. Go wipe my warab no come. Me go wipe I warab me next day me go. Me feel confident. Boss, what can I do for you? Yes, sir. How can I help you? Yes, ma'am. How can I help you? Would you like any assistance? Yes, I can do that for you. Whether English blue you good plow, pidgin blue you good plow, show up. You cry all night, mama blow me, and I go penny. Samsa talking me. You cry all night, and you problem. Morning you get up, and you wear lipstick blue. Come him grass blue. Na talking you yet or some. I will go and face the day. Always believe in yourself, and it changes everything. Once you start to have that mentality that everything is gonna be okay. Life blue you stop la hand blue you. Hand blue you. You friend him wrong man. Na empire him you, but you die. All get obligations, all get responsibility. Think blue look see school blue you na go look in Arab la country and die wanted is a decision you kissing marat him wrong man. Man pay you kirap na go. You got all plenty opportunity step. Mary walking wrong blue you kirap na go. It doesn't mean that that's the end of the world. Always be prepared and be okay to start over. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have to live a relationship for 10 years and it doesn't serve your purpose, leave it. If you have to leave a job that doesn't serve your purpose, leave it. Why? You yet to sleep tonight, you say, you know what it's like to face your own challenges. You, no one else, you. Think now, mita sanap na mi talk. You yet walk think stop. You know, man blue, or brother blue, sister blue cannot talk. Susan or James, you should think of them. You should walk him and say, no, it's you. Again, I will say from what I started with, rights, responsibilities. You can be pretty, you can be smart, it doesn't matter. Choice and accountability is different, all right? So to sum up what I'm saying, please, all opportunity and stop. Government and put in something and stop. Educate yourself, equip yourself. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room to pick up a phone and type opportunities in PNG, labor mobility scheme, youth development policy, no. You don't have to be a lawyer, a scientist to want to interpret something that's difficult, no God. Ability, blame you, willingness, blame you to make a difference for yourself, depends on you, okay? I've met people who finished in grade 6, now got 50 placard, 50 pla house, no got on the diploma, no got on the degree, blol. I'm really sweating, sorry. No got on the diploma, no got on the degree, blol. No got on the master's, blol. Oh, talk place go come here. All work a business side, blol. I asked why. Because I told myself that I wouldn't be like this for a long time. Speak to yourself. How you talk to another person, you speak to yourself. Speak to yourself and tell yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm pretty, I'm smart, I will do this. I won't always be like this. Misa go sit down one time, online lost street or all boys lost street or one them, what are you doing with your life? Plenty opportunities type. Go come up driver or go come up security or go one them straight passport bin go straight NID blue. Next time you look him all me talk NID, passport, license, Miki Sipinis, good la. Next by you walk one them, okay, you go look at this man, you go look at this Mary. Alignment. Anabaya sem talk on them. Alignment. Alignment. Align yourself with your goals. Align yourself with good people. You pass on the drug body, you become a drug body for the rest of your life. You gossip, but you gossip for the rest of your life. But you want something different, you align yourself to that purpose. All right? Sometimes feel confident. If there's someone walking and you see that person that's going to give you an opportunity, hi, Mr. Bruce. Hi, Sarah. I've read about you. I know about you. I have this. I didn't finish my studies. I didn't do this, but I can give this. You present yourself. Tuck in. Even if you're not wearing a good shirt, tuck it in. Even if your hair is messy, brush it down. Comb it. One kina comb lo, lot 60, kisi na comb grass blue. All man sa kam lo walk no sa brush it misa belat. Mita one kina you go buy boy, one kina lot 60 or salim toothbrush tap. Go brush it blue. How can you tell yourself that you want a job but you can't present yourself right? Little things. You go come up me to me can walk this la pavement and me can walk one end. Okay, but un blue pull up lo kain cut na kain ring. Raus him ring. Straight you yet. Come and show that you wanna work. When you want something, you must show that you want something. All right? Don't play around. You won't get opportunities all the time. I've missed a lot of opportunities because I played around myself. But then when I missed it, I told myself that I will go back and I will do better. So you can do better. Okay? So I'm here as a young person just like you. I've been privileged and I've been blessed to experience certain things because I've aligned myself to my goals. I told myself that by 25 I'll be doing this. I told myself that by 29 I'll be doing this. And I told myself that by 30 I'll be doing this. And that's why I am where I am. Not because a man came and told me that I should go and do that. The only man that tells me that is my father. Okay? And I was blessed to have that. Not everybody has parents. Not everybody has someone that they can talk to. So if I'm here telling you that you won't always be like that, you won't always be like that. I've had kids. I've come out from that. I'm in a place where I can better provide for my children because I believe that I could. I left my job to be where I am because I wanted to find something different and add value where I can. And when I was asked to come in and speak, I felt that, hey, why not? Maybe there's someone in the audience that can relate to me. Maybe there's someone there that felt the same way that I did, all right? And if we can relate, that means that there's hope. Why? Because I've experienced opportunities that have already been here. And you can do that too. But everything goes back to you. You na you that's all. You know, brother blue, Sandra, you know, sister blue, Susan, James, or whatever it is. No, God, it's you. Morning you get up, time you clock in, or time you get up, and you talk about gonna walk this walk, you must stick to your schedule, you must stick to your timing, you must promise yourself. Last year, I used to smoke marijuana. This year, I must cut down. I must smoke, but I smoke it loose. Because you can't cut off all the habits one go. You must slowly train yourself to let go of things that are toxic for you and bad for you. Plenty me looking here. Excuse me. Plenty me looking. Plenty opportunity and stuff. But you miss a doubting me. You may think minute logat paper, lo sit down, lo one plus it, no got. Talent management is another thing. And this is coming from a HR perspective. Talent management is another thing. When you have a skill, but you don't have a qualification academic-wise, you show up for your skill. You show up for your talent. People have gone and traveled places because they can sing. People have traveled places because they play sports. They're hobbies. So since you play rugby, you continue to play rugby. One time, Bamda look you close to Justin Olam Nabato, you mean no survey. Hey, me to talk Lomane Youth Resource Week. Yes, believe in yourself. Whatever hobbies you have, whatever interests you have, you can build on that too, and not just your qualifications to get you somewhere. So all in all, the platforms are here, the policies are there, the gateway is there, everything is you now. You can go talk to Taporo, suppose you know got money. Please you give me 50 kina. Me go straight in license for me. Me go walk on and bami sale boy na then bami come back na reimburse you. There are so many ways that you can do something out from nothing. Just from you. Just you being you, using your initiative and your creativity. And trust and believe, there are so many people just like you who are now where they are because they believed in themselves and they aligned themselves. And they made it their responsibility to be accountable, to be disciplined, and to take them to where they are. Okay? So that's all that I have to talk to you about today. I don't have much to say, just that we can relate to each other. Not gonna give up the you play at. Always believe in yourself and don't throw your life away, all right? You may read in Peninsula newspaper how many people die. They go drinking, they go hang out with their friends, and they end up in a dead body. And all that's left is nothing. All that's left is nothing. Wasted dreams. You go up to 9 Mile, I read somewhere, the graveyard is a wasteland of hopes and dreams that could have been. All the could haves and should haves are there. You mean, one architectural engineer, somebody One wish that 3 months and sleep 6 feet, sir. But you are here, you're breathing and you're living. The only thing that's stopping you is you. Nobody else. It's you. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for your ears. Thank you for your time and your attention. Thank you, Bla.
All right, well, youths are, in my view, the engine room of our country's focus. They are the bulk of the population right now. For as long as we've existed, and our school system have existed, we've thrown them out of grade 6 earlier, later grade 8, we've thrown them out at grade 10, we've thrown them out at grade 12, even at uni and colleges. They've been out there. For those of us who are working right now, we belong to only 5% of Papua New Guineans who progressed up the chain. The rest out in society, and as a government, we're cognizant. There's a need for us to mobilize them. And the last 6 years, we've had various programs put out there for the youths to find as paths for them to pursue life, meaningful engagements in life. Education pathway, SME pathway, employment pathway. They exist in society we've created the last 6 years, but many do not know where to go. It's part of the conversation to open the minds to the youths out there, that there are avenues you could pursue in meaningful pursuits. So education is one of them, SME is another, employment, in country, out of country. For the first time, we've now opened up more employment opportunities in New Zealand and Australia. So those pathways are out there. It's just that the government hasn't been fully transparent in where the youths could have access to those opportunities. So we're trying to open up more clearer to them. For education, you got this part. For SME, you got this part. For employment, you got this part. So those work that we've started since 2019, we want to get it out publicly to them. So youths must be meaningfully engaged. And I redefine employment in not just 8 to 4 or 6 jobs from public service perspective, or 7 o'clock to 5 o'clock job from private sector perspective. My definition of employment is meaningful engagement that earns them money to sustain their life. And that's in commerce and SME. That's in agriculture, that's in forestry, that's in fisheries, that's in the construction sector job that we are mass rolling out through district construction, provincial constructions, or national government issued contracts for our major PIPs. So all these pathways are available. We want to identify the youths, bring them out, and partnering districts and provinces wherever they are, and have a program where the youths could be moving into an area where they feel they're comfortable with. I can't really speak for the past. For us, facing 50 years, there must be a reset, and acknowledging that youth is and youth engagement in meaningful pursuits of that is good for our country. We want to open up those areas I pointed to earlier. 3 basic core areas: education, SME, and employment. And so those offices that we've tasked for them to facilitate youths must be working with the districts, and I want to inform all our youths, wherever you are. You don't need to come into Port Moresby. Your district has a youth officer. Your district has a commerce officer. Your district has an agriculture officer. Your first and education officers. Your first point of contact is to your district. So no need for every youth out there who've come out of our school system to flock into the urban areas. You just go back to your district headquarters. Because in the past no one attended to them, doesn't mean we're not doing it today now. We want to embrace the youth. So I want to point them back to the respective districts, and for the youths who hold the district leadership, including members of parliament and district administrators or CEOs, and the provincial governor and the provincial administrator accountable. The national government has indicated a path for second chance education or education, a path for SME, a path for business opportunities, or the path for employment, local employment, as well as the opening of the labor mobility for international employment. So the youths must go to the districts as a first point of contact. They can't come to Port Moresby, Lae, Medang, Hagen, the major centers, expecting someone will listen to them. The first point of contact must be the district, because the leader they elected is in the district. The district has a district headquarters. The district has public servants paid to reach out to the youths, and we want to reach out to the youths at the 50th, identify them correctly, know who they are, and link them to these various programs. And I want to point to all our youths that we've set up these paths for them now. SME paths opening like never before. We will link to the National Development Bank pathways and also other smaller credit facilities, partnering districts and partnering provinces. So if they want to go to SME, like those of you in all form of small business, you must have access to credit facility available at the district or province. If you want to continue education, we've now benchmarked rate of certificate as a certificate that is recognized for you to go the next mile. Then the matriculation through FORD will become relevant right throughout. As a government, our FORD education is now a recognized education. At your own time, at your own pace, free education, you could matriculate to grade 12. From grade 12, you go to business or you go to work. We also working with the Labor Department. It's called for those who are out in society now already doing some trade work, whether it's welding, or carpentry, or plumbing, or whatsoever. So long as it's skill-based, your skill is recognized, you'll be giving basic certification. That will be linked to possible trade certification that is further at a higher level down the line. So we're exploring all avenues to embrace the youths in these different parts, and don't run around feeling lost as if no one cares for you. If in the past no one opened up youth to pathways available in your own country, we're just trying to show you there are paths and pathways available in country for you to find a path that you could pursue. Hopefully at the end of the road, it gives you empowerment, it gives you meaning, it gives you employment, and gets you positive engagements where you are earning something, contributing to your community and to your country. That's really the core in our 50th anniversary. We want to celebrate 50th anniversary with our youths with us. They must not be disoriented. They must know their country has pathways for them to pursue. Even if they've left grade 10 or 12 or 8 along the way, we want to bring them back into re-education, SME, and possible employment. Big industry, global industry, music, entertainment, art. We're now working with a team of expertise to also, in terms of art, PNG's art and artifacts are located over 100 museums globally. Those were taken from us pre-independence by missionaries, by those who've made contact with us. So over 100 museums are contacted as I speak in terms of our arts and where they are. Music runs on top of this, so our musicians and our artists has a place in our country. That's the soul and character of a nation expressed, whether in writing, in carving, or in words and songs. So there'll be a place for them. Part of our 50th anniversary program, we want to have a specific art and music festival. It will come up later in this year, maybe just at the face of our Independence Month and week. So I want the nation to be on the lookout for this one. In the heart and soul of our nation is music, art, and culture. To our youths, I want to say that you are not unnumbered, you are not unnamed. Firstly, God created you in His own image. You are a real person in your own country. I want to apologize if you feel you're lost out there. The National Youth Week is to point to youths in our country, the different paths available in your own country, whether it's education and to pursue education, whether it's employment and to find employment. For me, I point most to self-employment. Agriculture, for instance, or forestry. If you're a forest resource owner, you could be mobilized to harvest forestry or conserve forestry for meaningful earning of income, or fisheries, or tourism, or even step out of the box. We are engaging youths to go and work in Australia and New Zealand the labor mobility program. We want to coordinate properly so youths of this country are participating in meaningful pursuits in our country. Your contact in the National Youth Week is a contact to inform you, firstly, that these are parts existing in your country for you to pursue. And secondly, to know who you are. And I want to make reference. The National Youth Week is a help program initiated by the private sector, trying to mobilize also our government agencies to support. Your district is an important contact point. If you're from Tari in Port Moresby, and not a second, third generation Tari guy, but first you just arrived in Port Moresby lately looking for employment or job, go back to Tari district as a reference point. All the 96 districts have district officers who are now informed to step up and to be looking out for the youths who come back to find information as to how they could pursue different options in life. I just want to inform all of you. We want you to be informed that you're important in your own country. As our nation faces 50 years of independence, government is working to ensure we secure your future. I want you all not to engage in lawlessness, respect girls and mates us, pick up education, go back to church, go to your district, make contact, and hopefully together we could funnel you and send you off to a path that you want to pursue that should give you meaning in life. God bless each and every one of you. You're not unimportant. You're very important to your country. That's why we're making contact with each and every one of you. God bless.
Hello everyone, I'm Philomena Miro and we're here at the Youth Resource Week 2025. Here with me we have an attendee and I will be asking her a few questions to get a brief background on what she's here for. Thank you. So tell us a bit about yourself and how you got to find out about Youth Resource Week.
Hi everyone, my name is Alishtian Awa. I am from Eastern Islands and Central Province. I came here I learned Youth Resource Week. The program was, I learned it from a youth leader at my church. I'm an Adventist, so that's why I got the information that there's a program going on, and that is where my church helped me to register me for the program. Yeah.
Okay, so our first question is, what do you think is the most important message for youths that attend to take with them after this event?
I think the most important message that they should take after this week is that there are actually people that cares about youths, that community thinks that failed in things. There are a lot of organizations out there, a lot of agencies out there that is willing to help youths, and it's up to us to go look for these opportunities that are out there for us to take our next step in life. So it doesn't matter what the community says, you just have to go at your own pace, and yeah, that is where you're gonna go right in the life. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So like some of these pathways or opportunities are in SMEs, labor mobility unit, and FODE. So which one of these three aspects do you think is more towards your interest? Would you like to be part of the labor mobility unit or start up a SME or to upgrade marks at FODE? Which one are you more interested in?
Well, everyone has their own opinion, but in my opinion, I would think that it's SME. It is where you hustle through life, and you, with everything, the experiences that you have, like you're actually working for yourself. It's much better to work for yourself than you work for other people. But I'm not saying that whatever field that you're interested in, whether it's food or anything, like you just go through it. But in my own opinion, I think SME is much better for myself.
All right, definitely. And so how can the government and other organizations help and support youth, especially like you said in SME?
So some ways, personally, I think the government should help youths is provide more fundings. Most of the time, there are less fundings into youths. That's why youths tend to turn in other ways, like criminal activities and all of that. So they should provide more fundings and more agencies, involve youths in more voluntary work, and provide more experiences for youths out there. So when they, after completing every requirements through volunteering and like that, it would be much easier for them to look for work as a certified volunteer. Like if they volunteer in clinics and like that, like they could apply for nursing, or they could take a step further again. Furthermore in the life. Yeah.
Definitely. So my last question to you is, what is your goal in attending the Youth Resource Week this year? What do you hope to achieve at the end of this week?
So what I hope to achieve is, after this week, is to involve myself in a lot of voluntary work. I know there are a lot of people out there who are just like me, because of school fee fundings or because of other reasons. They're out there and they think that all hope is lost, but hope is not lost. So I want to involve myself in voluntary work. So after this week, hopefully, one of the voluntary booth that I attend would take me in, and I'll help others out there who are just like me. Yeah.
Thank you, Anisha. So we look forward to more interviews and more feedback from our friends here at the Youth Resource Week. Thank you.
We also have Henrietta Gorea. After Henrietta, we'll have Stephen Kilage, Mr. Larry Andali, Port Moresby Pavilion. Explore what the city has to offer and the civic programs for engagement. This day today, we have tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, where you can also come in and look at the other leadership training as a facilitator trainer in the United Kingdom, and she's currently in HR.
Good day, Libro.
Available, we want to identify the youths, bring them out, and partnering districts and provinces wherever they are, and have a
Exits on gate F. Please all plant the line to stop outside. So thank you, Libro Garakam. Just keep it moving. There's online Lonamel up, please. Make him space. Once again, thank you, Lukam. I hope you have received the information that you needed to receive. We're going to put them stop. A lot of vital information being given, so please, we keep it moving. You got the line outside too. But once again, thank you, Lukam.
All right, well, youth startup, in my view, the engine room of our
place where all session and discussion will come up.
Hello briefing stage, Mipla by. This is a place where inspirational Papua New Guineans online where only by giving me some insights only by Kamna Talk. So this time afternoon, we are very privileged. We're very privileged to have with us a prominent Papua New Guinean and a businessman, Mr. Larry Andali, who is with us. He's a community leader, often referred to as the last ancient man and the first modern man among the Huli people of Hela province. Starting his career as a school teacher, Larry gained recognition as a community spokesman, negotiating on behalf of landowners during the discovery of oil on the ancestral lands. In 2009, he founded Trans Wonderland Limited. So, ladies and gentlemen, all young plaman Mary Satori come, you can come, pull mapi mochelo here, sit down, na bayumi harim, leader blong yumi, and we come talk lo yumi lo this la time. So we want to make you welcome here on stage now, Mr. Larry Andali. You may give him big plahan long em. Thank you, Mr. Andali.
Thank you, Leonie. Thank you, Narai Banam, team leader. You have done an impressive job here. And John Pora, thank you. I think youth bla organizing all youth bla Papua New Guinea, Karamolga da Kamlo here. I also recognize President of Chamber of Commerce, Dovera, and now. Thank you, brother. Okay, so I was called by Scott Whitey in the night, around 10 o'clock, and he said, Larry, I want you to come and speak to the youth of Papua New Guinea. So the youth of Papua New Guinea, youth of Port Moresby, I am very privileged and happy to be here to share my story, my life journey. There are about 8 billion people in the world. 8 billion. Every day, about 150,000 people depart this planet. And every day, about 380,000 babies are born every day. Every day. So billions came and gone, and billions are here, and billions will come in the future. We are very special. Yumi Olgada Youth, Yumi Olgada Istapia, Yumi Olgada 1-1, very special. That is why we call ourselves the one and onlys. Of that 8 billion, there will be no one like you. There is and there will not be anyone like you and like me. We are all different. Yumi Olgada 1-1 individual, and that is why we are called the one and onlys. I am one and only Larry Andali. Shake hands with someone next to you and call his or her name the one and only. We are very special indeed. When God created Adam, He gave him the authority, the rulership, the dominant over this planet Earth. And one Blaman gave him power. So all of us have that inherent power to travel this journey alone, on our own, because we are one and only with special purpose. Yumi already got talent and abilities that is different from anyone else next to us. That is why we are special. So from that context, I want to share with you my journey. I was groomed to be a holy man. When I was a young man, maybe a young boy around the age of 5, my mother took me to the houseman, so I slept with my father and learned to groom my hair, make my bilum, learn how to dress, grow my hair, and did everything that a holy man supposed to do. And then my father went to plantation. He went on a contract labor to Mendeng, Karkara Island. And he came back and he saw some kids going to school, so he said, okay, my son, I think there is a way you need to go and, become somebody else. So not a holy man, but now I am a company man. So rest is history. How did I come here? Big question. How did I come here? So I want to share my story, how I came to be who I am. Waking up very early in the morning, going to school. 2-3 hours walk, consistently and faithfully until I finished my education. My community school, went to high school, did my college. And my first work was selling cabbage at a small airstrip in Koroba. I was a community organizer, organizing the people, grow the vegetables, pack them into bags, put them on a Cessna Caravan, a small MAF plane, and sell the vegetables to Attendee. During that time, Attendee mine was coming up. From there, I became a storekeeper in Tari. Then I was a bank officer in Bendi. Then I went to Gorea College and became trained to be a teacher. Went back to Tari and taught at the school that I finished my grade 10. Taught in Tari High School, Magarim High School, Nipa High School, Mendi High School. Then I decided to go back again to Tari. After school, I went back to Tari. After teaching, I went back to Tari again, and I managed the landowners, worked with the communities, and then that's how TWL idea was formed. That's how TWL was established and brought all the communities together, and we have established TWL. TWL employs over 700 employees, owned by people from over 10,000 people from 4 provinces, 7 petroleum development licenses. We all came together and formed TWL. Now I'm a company executive. The man who was grooming up to be a holy man, somehow I am here as a company executive. What has helped me to be who I am? This is the story I want to share with the youth of Papua New Guinea. As I have said, God has given all of us the inherent authority and power to be who we want to be. Everything is all within us. Everything is all within us. There is nothing out there. There is nothing out there. You want to be a lawyer? Lawyer, I'm sleeping inside you. You want to be an accountant I'm sleeping inside of you. You want to be a businessman, and that idea of doing the business is also within you. You like driving one block VX, and VX2 I'm sleeping inside of you. So there is nothing out there. Everything is all within you. So we have to start with something. Waking up early, finishing late. Time is a resource, an abundant resource that the good Lord has given to us. That time, to each one of us. How we use that time matters at the end of the day. After your journey is completed on this planet Earth, then you're going to say, how well have I used my time? 6 o'clock, finish 6 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 hours, all of us are given 12 hours. So how do we use that time to make something worthwhile? So that's my message. Everything is all within us. Trans Wonderland employs over 700 employees. We create employment opportunity for many Papua New Guineans, and that is what I like doing the best. We are creating the middle class. We are creating generational wealth. When you work, you save up money. You save up money, you become members of #1 Super Fund or NAS Fund, and you save up. You build your home. You put bread and butter on the table. And you wake up very early in the morning and you come and finish 6 o'clock in the afternoon. That is your garden. That is your home. You are creating wealth for yourself. You're creating opportunity for yourself. That is what I did. I was working as a cabbage buyer. I invested in my life. I tilted my garden. The Garden of Eden is not somewhere in Israel or somewhere, no. The Garden of Eden we have is within us. It's all within us because that authority has been given to us. Our life is our garden. So we have to tilt it every day. Early morning, start, finish late in the afternoon. We have to tilt our garden every day with a positive mind. Wake up, you're feeling grumpy. Oh, what happened, Maybe I had plenty of beer. I couldn't start the day off. You should be waking up and punching the air and oh, hallelujah. I got 12 hours today to live another day, another satisfying. All right. So, everything is all within us. Our Garden of Eden is within us. There is nothing out there. So cultivate in your life, cultivate in the time, spend the time, cultivate your life, do the right thing. As employees, we don't look at the degree. We don't look at the diploma. We don't look at how many years you've been working. When we are interviewing people, we want to see whether they have the attitude or not, whether they have the good character or not. Are they able to, have they in their life, have done something worthwhile or not? Can I rely on this particular person or not? If I see, someone coming in and saying that, oh, I got this degree, I got this diploma, I got masters, I've been doing this and doing that, then I already know that, the attitude is not right. Humbleness and humility is the key in life. You got to show. In companies, we invest and we show in humble heart. In people who have the humility, people who can wake up, early in the morning and finish late, and people we can rely on. Living within our means. The youth of Papua New Guinea is very important. Do not spend the money you don't have. If you are spending your fortnight in the first day you receive your pay, that means you are spending the money you don't have. You're supposed to be spending every day until your fortnight runs out, and then you know that the next fortnight is coming. The next fortnight is coming. That is what you should be doing. Do not spend the money you don't have. So the youth of Papua New Guinea, our simple motto is get the basics right, live the dream. That is the motto I share with my Australian employees, Filipino employees, Papua New Guinea employees, Highlanders, Coastals, Tari, people from all over the country. Get the basics right, live the dream. If you can do the simple things right, that's our TWL motto. Get the basics right. Waking up early, spending the right time, managing your resources, respecting the elders, using the company's property properly, respecting your friends, and be a positive contributor to the society, to the community. Then you are getting the basics right. These are the basics. When you get it right, then you can live your dream. Thank you. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andali, for your good words. Now, thank you, Harim, those who are watching online. Thank you so much, Lomipla Harim from you. So, Lodisla time, Bamipla also got another speaker. One time you may mistap, Mr. Doveri Henao. So, we can come talk. So, Mr. Henao is a prominent figure in Papua New Guinea, serving as the founder and CEO of Legacy Group, where he focuses on government-to-business relations and high-tech advocacy. But then we can come na talk more long walk blong. So youth me making welcome Mr. Henao.
Cheers. Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, brothers, stop. Come now, sit down, enjoy this. Okay, all right, okay. I've known the organizers of this event for a very long time. And what's in their heart is what we all see today. they desire that the many, many amazing things that they've done in their business, whether it's APEC, the Pacific Games, or hundreds of conferences, they want you, the youth, to consume some of these good things. And the big thing that they desire is you must walk away here with something different. And so I want to share my journey with John, Narai, and many others, so that I can tell you what different means. Because my company is all about creating new ideas, so that these ideas will generate solutions, and then they will generate growth. My career has been largely in the business of change, whether that change is in law reform, because my degree is law, or whether it's in transformation in technology, or whether it's in transformation in business. So today I'd like to talk about 4 things that I've experienced in that journey. And even meeting somebody like Larry last year, that also gave me some indication on the type of change that Larry does. So the first thing I just want to share is this. We all have seasons. And the season that you're in right now, it's going to change in some way. Whether that season is going to be one of wealth, of a job, or a family, I can guarantee you that what you are doing right now, you're probably not going to do that in the next couple of months or years. And so the season that the youth are in right now, and this is a big part of what my company does, we look at scenarios, we look at systems, and we look at where things have evolved. So the simple story of the youth, and when I'm saying youth, I qualify that to 18, 15 to 35, 45. Some of you are more than that age, but that age bracket, let me tell you what the numbers are saying about the youth. It's basically saying that you are now 60% of this country. So that's roughly 7 million of you are the Papua New Guineans now. But unfortunately, what it also tells us is you don't know what to do in your lifetime. Many of you are still trying to identify, where do I grow, where do I contribute, where do I advance, where do I prosper, how do I actually make myself productive? So that particular season that you're in right now is the greatest challenge that someone like me is trying to fix. How do we make you productive? In other words, how do we make you contribute so that you have a meaningful life here? Let me give you some examples of how youth contribute in your age. There are parts of the world where every single youth, right after school, they get enrolled in the army. Every single one of them. Whether you are in year 10 or year 12, right after you finish school, you are immediately enrolled in the army. And when you are enrolled in the army, it's not designed for you to know how to go and shoot and kill people, but it's designed for you to build nations. And that's what countries have done. They've created these type of policies so that the youth is immediately absorbed into something productive. The second thing that they do is education. I have actually met 13-year-olds that have stopped their education because they've become productive already. They don't need to go to school. They are now making aeroplanes, they're making cars, they're making technology, because their education has stopped and they need to become productive quickly. When I look into our country, there are only very, very few places where that type of focus is present. And this is the challenge that we have to find. What can we do to make you productive? One of the biggest problems that I see in trying to have young people productive, even myself productive, we have really, really forgotten, or we don't know, the heroes of this country. Larry is one of my greatest heroes, because this is a man that has done so much in his lifetime. If you go to America, somebody like Larry will be in 3 generations. They would have planted the seed 1 generation, another generation gone to school, and then the 3rd generation would have made it wealthy. How many of you have been on a Ford Ranger? Yep. How many of you have actually sat in and watched a Ford Ranger? Now that company, it's taken them 120 years and 5 generations to make that business. Larry Andali, 1 generation. And not only has it done it in 1 generation, I have gone to a conference where he has actually put out on the screen the tens of thousands of hellers that his company is giving dividend to. Like, you can see their names. Every year he's giving a dividend to that. It's not free money from LNG, it's his business giving back to those people. So the Larry Andagalis of this nation, we have to go and find them, because they have done something that you are trying to do, that you are trying to explore. I am trying to do, I am trying to explore. How did Larry bring thousands of people into the middle class? How did he secure jobs? And he's not just doing for Papua New Guinea, he's doing it for Australians, Canadians, Africans. That is the Larry Andagali that we must go and find. Unfortunately for many of us, the heroes that we're looking for are in that house in Waigani, M3. We think that that's the inspiration. But we don't see people like Larry and many, many others that have actually changed this country for the better. The third thing that I want to talk about is disruption. If the life and the season that you're living in is not making you prosper, is not making you change, you must find a way to disrupt it. Now, when I talk to my clients, I give an example about my own family and their disruption. I am not a landowner. I don't have any cultural leadership in my village. And the reason for that is, 4 generations ago, my great-grandfather decided that he would become a missionary. And because of that journey that he made, we completely lost our cultural setting. No one will like get down, name me. My father or his father and my great-grandfather. But that disruption that he desired, he wanted so much, is because he got a new idea of living. Yes, he got his salvation through being a missionary, but he wanted a different type of standard, a different type of lifestyle. So right now, the only garden that I have is what's in my brain. I don't have anything else. The only garden that I can harvest is in my brain and nothing else. So if I don't look after my brain properly, I can't survive. And that's the encouragement that I want to leave you. The greatest disruption that this generation has is your knowledge. When I was a kid, I didn't have all the internet that's available, and I used to read a lot of materials in the library. But now, this device can give you more information than anyone can ever give you. So the disruption that you are seeking, use this to make that change. And the very last thing is this. I have a job that talks to leaders from all over the world, this country, whether they are in business or whether they are in government. And the big part of my job is I have to predict what's going to happen in their companies and their countries. I have to predict if there's going to be a war, why will that happen? I have to predict if they're going to make money or not. I have to predict if there's going to be positive change or negative change. So that job that I have, it's going to require one important thing. It's not going to require knowledge. It's not going to require heaps of understanding and money and research. It's going to require one thing, and that's to listen. Listen, listen, listen. I'm here today, and I'll be here for the next couple of days because I want to listen what the youth of Papua New Guinea want. You are 60% of this nation. You are the journey that's going to make this country either grow or not grow. All the ideas that my generation is trying to fix, we don't know if it's actually changing you or not changing you. And so the important thing is people like me, we have to listen to you. We have to engage with you. We have to have an understanding on where you'd actually want to charter this nation going forward. And the last thing that I'd like to also say here is all of us are in the same boat in this country. Every single one of us. When a young girl is killed, raped, and maimed, I cry and I moan because I have daughters. When I see you standing outside wanting to come in because you're hungering for knowledge, ideas, it also makes me in that same boat. I want to ask the question, why are you trying to come in and understand? So don't for a moment think that because we're driving cars, we're shopping at a particular place, we're different from you. The common thing that we all have together is we're trying to find the right type of change so that you have a productive life, I have a productive life, and we're able to move forward in the important things that we need to do. And perhaps the one message that I really want to leave here, please do not think that government has all the answers. There are nations that I have sat and gone to where people like you have the answers. We have to hear your answers in order to make the change. And if you're able to mobilize and demand the change, then resources will come to you. It's because of you everything here has happened. Your voices have told us we need to come here and listen to you. So I just want to thank you all for your participation, and I really look forward to listening to everything that you desire about change and interacting whether some of the things that we're doing are actually making a change in your lives or not. And if they're not, tell us so we can also learn from you. Thank you and God bless.
So thank you very much, Mr. Henao. So this time, we have Mr. Henau here. So you may have a good talk. You get sample question, burning questions. So sample speakers, you go in this part. Mr. Henau stop where you like asking me more. Now I mean time blue, so we can give you 5 lines so that they got question. Put your hands up, or you can come up and get the mic and ask your question. So this is the opportunity where we had bugi mo dislakain line lo street or lo house blongo or office blongo. So now is the time. Okay, come here, my dear. And we can come down.
My name is Sandra Joshua, and I'd like to speak on behalf of the youths outside, where they're standing in the sun out. The idea of coming here, the jobs are already being provided for the youths, and that our efforts of standing in the sun out and the long lines, Miblaba just come lo kisim this job opportunities where people have been providing in slogan. But coming here, some are all educated, some are uneducated, so some people understand, but some people all been all frustration like why Mipla waste the time when Mipla come here. Mipla think is something been already prepared na Mipla come. Some people Mipla come na finding some opportunity and stuff. But some people between lot sellers and someone outside there, almost all writing one plus something. So all like him and all things straightforward, Mipla come lawyer. You provide him all labor mobility, all things something that all become same speed kalap lo balus na go walk. That's what they're thinking. So everyone is outside the hot sun. So me like speak on behalf of them and all talk stop hello this la us. Now talk we are not here to explore, to look around in the tent and all that. So if you got some way where you can make him life visible, all this law uneducated ones, where all find him opportunity, hurry up, with something to put food on the table. That's what they are thinking. So I'm like question Blomitsol. Sorry? I'm just like, no, I don't have anything, but just speak on behalf of them. Because all of the bellat lo is la as nami doctor.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, name you again. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, okay, Mr. Henau.
Can we give Sandy a mic? Because I want to respond to her, and I also want her to react towards me on what I'm going to comment. No, I want the mic to go to Sandy. Come, my sister. Let's have a conversation. You are speaking on behalf of everyone, so come upstairs now. You meet talk. Come. Come sit down. Where's my mic? I want her to get a mic as well. How are you? Okay. Can you tell me a bit about yourself and why you came? Just you. Don't worry about the representation.
The reason why I'm here because I wanted to look for better jobs in actually going abroad, like overseas or something like that. So I thought coming here would make my life easy because of some things like passport and an ID, all that is like complicated nowadays. So thinking that this standing on the lines will give us opportunity. So that's why I came here. The line outside is too much. We pushed up and all that.
I just want to know more about you. Are you a graduate? Are you finishing school? Are you coming from a job? What's your story?
My story is, I just wanted to come and look for a job, like opportunity.
Did you finish grade 12?
I actually just finished grade 10, but I took short courses on like tourism and hospitalities and others. courses.
Right, wonderful. Yeah. So I'm going to give you the reality of our country, and my prayer is that you will understand the situation we're in. So you can go and tell your friends what's the current status, because my job, I deal with data, numbers every day to try and find solutions. So situation number one, as I mentioned, there are 7 million of you. That's the estimation in the nation right now. 7 million youth between 18 to 45. How old are you? 25. You're 25. Okay, so you are part of the 7 million that is now the majority of Papua New Guinea. Now, this is the challenge. Out of the 7 million, Papua New Guinea has only been able to employ 1.2 million people. Every company from here all the way to, where are you from?
I'm from Hela.
You're from Hela. So here all the way to Hela, all the way to Vanimo, Manus, Bougainville, we can only employ 1.2 million people. That's the formal employment. So out of your 7 million, that's probably a representation of 100,000. 10% is within your age range. Now, that means the other 6.9 million, we can't find jobs for you. And there are reasons why we can't find jobs. Reason number one, we don't know how to make our land productive for commercial use. Whether it's farming, whether it's cities, whether it's hotels, we don't know how to do that. We don't have the courage, the strength to do that. Every time we try to do something on the land, fight it up. Landowners come up. So our greatest asset that God gave us, we can't utilize it quickly for 7 million kids to work. The only thing that's available now is to get educated. And I congratulate you for doing your short courses. I congratulate you for going and pushing yourself. Because what that means is you're not going to rely on the land, you're going to rely on your knowledge. So this is the opportunity that's presenting yourself. Because you're wanting to rely on your knowledge, you are now walking the path of Larry Andali. You're now walking the path of me. Because we don't have any land. We do, but we choose knowledge. So the next question is, how can you adequately find a job, knowing very well all the companies in Papua New Guinea are already full of people? This event today and the next couple of days, it's designed to empower you to try and create your own opportunity. This is why these exhibitions are here. They're meant to look at you and say, what can you do? What can we inspire you to create your own opportunity? So, to answer your question, your frustration and the frustration of everyone that came here, it's the same frustration as me. I have a company, but I'm also looking for jobs. And again, I'm going to repeat what I said. 1.2 million people are now employed. All the companies have employed everyone they need to employ. The only way that we're going to get more people employed is if we get more investment in the country. And that's what your Prime Minister and other ministers are trying to do, to get tens of thousands of people employed. But right now, every job is taken. The only thing that's left is either we're going to utilize our land so more people get opportunities, or we utilize our brain so we would have more opportunities. So I hear your frustration, and it's a frustration that Larry, myself, many other people are going to come this afternoon. We're trying to find a way to give you opportunities, but we can't. And the simple reason why we can't, there are things that are locked up we can't open. Land is one thing that we need to open. We are opening you here because that's our desire. By opening your knowledge, you will have opportunities to go forward. Any questions?
I think that's it. I don't have any more questions. It's nice meeting you.
You too, Sandy. God bless you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I've got 4 more questions. So if you're going to ask a question, come and sit with me and you me story. Sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm one of the opportunists, let's say opportunists, including more than 10,000 youths yesterday, before yesterday, and we are still struggling to come into what is happening here. You try to him. Pigini angamablo boros from mama all drinks stop, all still standing 2 to 3 hours. Look at what is happening inside. Just because of better job opportunity. We are looking job opportunity. I think. Okay, what is motive behind this Youth Resource Week organization, the initiating, and then gathering all the youths, different types of people in Port Moresby. So we don't know what is going on with this organization or what was the outcome. Please, you look around. People are still standing. All I say, want to stand and come up.
Do you guys want to answer that?
Apa na ro kita? Bami story lik lo idea lo Youth Resource Week just lo putim lo place clear. So mipla lo company or got something you look him mipla started 20 years ago penis. This idea blood Islam 20 years ago penis. Now FM, you plarim now FM, you plarim Yumi FM, mipla lik na mipla started. Mipla 20, Christmas 20 something or same. Now mipla 50. 30 years mipla ronikam. This la kind walk mipla sa walkim mipla sa walkim ta solo all government, all big block corporation, mipla sa ronim lo all hotel or you sa lookim all company line or government line sa go attending all conference overseas lo narapla country mipla sa lookim You plus alugi mo no kan? Mi tok you tok one time itu please. You plus alugi mo no kan? Okay, so this is something we plus walking lo look out in plus lig hap lo country tasol. Lig level lo country tasol. All investor, also talk all investor, all management, or walk line, or executive. Lo look out in this la tasol. Big plug gap lo this la country. Mi plus talk. Mipla less lo kapap spectator lo country blow me. True no gat. True no gat. So mipla siran lo mipla yet na mipla tok. Desla pasin lo look out in one pla league group ta sol lo country Mipla kam lo 50 years no look him country bakarap So maybe you may start lo senisim road mipla ron longen. Now last year this like now you look at Tete, no nupla something. Mipla start last year, mipla go lo Sageri. Mipla go down lo, what's the other village? Tubus area. Mipla go walk him sapla pilot lo Edai town. Na mipla fund him lo pocket lo mipla yet. Because mipla kam lo hat pla rot. Mipla no kam lo susu bottle or free gift or free handout or something mipla kam lo hat pla rot lo 30 years. So people think, okay, you may country walk like I'm 50 now, no look him. People are walking all kind something or say, me blow lantap line to sol. Now you may a spectator lo country blow me. So why not you may try him na send him past them? Now I'm 50th anniversary blow country Lo September 16, Tuesday 2025 and country but I'm 50. So 2 years ago, we start Loronimol idea. Last year, we start Loronimol trial, Walkimol pilot. Na this year, first time straight we plakam pudan lo this lap. All get the something you look him lo here. Em come lo tuhat lo. Maybe I'll sit down and talk. You may try me work him something. Maybe I'll go talk lo government. Maybe I'll talk place. Maybe I'll pull him all get the something. Maybe I'll put him. Government you may talk by you may serve him country. Maybe I'll not so look him you serve him country. You plus sit down inside the office. That's all lo one em happy you plus start there. You plus talk lo kind something lo service he come up lo country. Maybe I'll not so look him. So now Maybe I'll put him lo place clear. Now Maybe I'll sing out to him all get the youth come. Now all by come, all by sit down, all by walk about, all by start look. Lo usat sa operate inside lo country. Usat sa talk by me plus serve him you, and all sa serve him you. Now me plus come put him lo place clear. Am I right or no God? So yes, me aram same you got some expectation. Me aram. That's all. One am something do very talk out lo beginning lo talk blog in there. Maybe all beginning lo this la country ya. I'm 50 years old today. When I was 20 years old, I was running around looking for a job like you. Antap lo hagen maybe sa talk man walk lo garden blog emiet, embakisim harvest lo garden blog emiet. Time all white man first come lo this la country ya. Maybe antap ya, maybe been scaling. In 1936, my grandfather served this country, but he was from the Australian government. My mother was the only woman on the Bully Beef Club, Babi Story Lo Yubian Liglik. My father was a man that you possibly know his name. He was the finance minister of this country, Paul Pora. He walked from Hagen to Finschhafen to learn how to read and write. You think Mount Hagen and walk about go to Finschhafen. The first language I ever spoke was Buang. My Buang name is Amon. I grew up in Manus. I learned how to count in Japanese at our school in Manus, and English, and Talipinyao Titan language. Then I came here, and I spent many years here, and then I disappeared for nearly 15 years. I ended up 14 places in this country, and 10 countries around the world. But what one am something sa pen threat lo milugim country blah 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 come 50. One am something sa pen threat. Misa lugim na lo family blah 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 blah. One time picnic sa lusim susu. So me asking you, one time picnic balusim susu. Lo life threat 2 player, 3 player or 4 player? How much play? 4 player? 4? So suppose beginning stop lo susu lo 10 years old, but you think manem. Something is wrong, ah. Now suppose beginning stop lo susu lo 20 years old, but you think manem. You got one blood place on tapel sa kot la lokia and go check in. True or not? That's socially. Economically, we created a very dependent country. Very dependent country. You go to one house lo Papua New Guinea, me go to 14 pla province. Me go to Milugim inside lo 1 pla house. 3 pla generation, 4 pla generation or 5 pla generation is sit and stop inside lo 1 pla house. 2 pla money walk na 8 pla money kai. Well, try pla 20-year-old, we talking you lo house lo pora. 18 years old, you get out of the house and you go and work. You find a way. You are not allowed to sit down. You are not allowed to put your hand out like you're a baby at the age of 18. Our tribal laws are very hard on us. We are not allowed to be on the susu bottle at 18 years old. 20 years old, me asking you a question. Yeah, suppose one line 20 years old and stop lo susu bottle and by you think on him. And by think long like true or not. So socially we accept it, but economically we're still on the susu bottle. Many houses in Papua New Guinea. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We are not here to promise you anything, but we believe one thing, that if those of us that came here and put this together 20 years, when we were 20 years old, like you, looking for a job in the country, if we could, and everything you see here comes to tuat lo ting ting lo walk. Mibla try, sabla time mibla walk him, sabla time mibla bagrap. Plenty time online like locking mibla because mibla got bill and a debt and a kind something. But we put all of this on for you today. Only for one reason. The 50th anniversary of Papua New Guinea in September 2025, and going forward, we are not going to be spectators. By me bung, by me walking past him blotumbuna, by me sit down one time, by me pass him talk one time. And all these ideologies of you have to get a job, na walk na narapla garden, by me brook him now. Do very talk pinis. In the entire country of Papua New Guinea, there's only 1.2 million spaces for work. So, by me hangamaplo susu bottle, waiting opportunity. 6.9 million people cannot sit on a susu bottle. None of your houses, none of any of your houses can you survive in Papua New Guinea if 2 people are working and 8 people are eating. Wanting flex cards, wanting Coke, wanting chicken. If 2 people in the house are working and 8 people are eating, then Papua New Guinea must change itself, and it's going to start with all of us here. Agree or not? Yes? So 50th anniversary, and by me run one time. Am I right or not? Sorry, I'm not here to bullshit you or the Yamanulu or talk anything. I'm here to tell you the story that everything you see here is from the heart that we have. We are not rich people, but we don't care about it. This is our garden, our land, our home, and we will not be on the susu bottle. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Obed. Is there any other questions, sir? Okay, I'll go you and you. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Thank you. You can exit. Okay. All right, Obed.
Afternoon. There's a question. Thank you for the information given. Not only Savelo, all job spaces available, which have 1.2 million. Na reply 6.9 million where online will stop nothing, right? Yeah, the youth. Yeah. You have resolute to solve this issue and land productivity, utilize knowledge and investment, government to generate investments in the country. Okay, my focus here is on the investments. Yeah. The question to the government: why on promoting planting investment law country believing, and what is the delay? And my question to you, as an agent of change, what do you think the government should do, to resolve this issue? Thank you.
So, this is my very basic position. I don't think government is going to change this country. That's my very simple answer. I don't think they're going to change this country. And today is a classical example. This is John's company with his friends, everything that you see. Okay, government had a hand in making this happen, but the driver of this change is John. And John, Narai, Alwyn, and the team, they represent a part of Papua New Guinea that many of you have not experienced. Larry Andali is not a government agent. He is his own leader in his own right. So to answer your question, we should not rely on government for transformation. Not because I don't believe in James Marape, that's another debate, not because I don't have any faith in them. The point that I'm trying to make here is the government already has so many problems it's trying to fix. Let's not give them another problem. So the first thing is, if that is the way that we're going to look at it, don't rely on government, what's the next thing that I should, that we should consider as the next option? Well, the next option is very clear. There are 400,000 square kilometers of land in this nation, 400,000. Do you know how much Singapore has? Let me tell you how much Singapore has. Singapore has roughly almost 20 square kilometers of land. Do you know how rich Singapore is? It's the 7th richest nation on earth with just 20 square kilometers of land. How many does Papua New Guinea have? 400,000. Do you know how many people in Singapore? The population of Singapore? It's just under 2.5 million. Do you know how many in Papua New Guinea? I already told you, 60% is 7 million. That's your bracket. If you add the other 40%, that's roughly, another 4 or 5 million. So 10 to 11 million people. So what does all of this tell you? It tells you that we are not being productive on what God has given us. That's the simple reality. We don't know how to utilize 400,000 square kilometers of land, another hundreds and hundreds of kilometers of ocean, 11 million people, 7 million are you, the most productive people in this nation. We don't know how to make you productive. So, how do we make you productive? And this is what John was trying to explain to you. By bringing you in here, we can start talking about productivity. We can start making ourselves break the barriers so you can access us, we can access you. If you have a project that you want to mobilize, how can we actually connect those dots for you? You've got banks, you've got financial institutions, you've got people like me that come and go. We are all trying to answer that question. How can we get the 7 million operational? So, it's a long way to answer your question, but the point that I'm trying to make here is, it's not the government's problem, it's all we push ourselves until we get the result. It took these guys 30 years to do this. It took them a lifetime to arrive here. And because they've arrived here, they want to shorten your distance. So you don't need to do 30 years. Can you do it in 4 years, in 3 years? And by assembling people in here, assembling people like me, we can make those connections happen. So my answer to your very good question is, don't rely on government. We have to rely on ourselves to make the change happen. Mr. Rasi? All right. Okay, so I got 2 more. All right, so I had a hand here. Is there any ladies? I'm mindful that Sandy was the only woman. Is there any other lady that wants to come? The guy with the jersey, yeah. How are you?
Good afternoon. Mila Gonchelo talk pitching because some problem me play plenty of commerce and almost have a good lot of English. So me Gonchelo talk pitching. So talk Uncle Blomi make him, you make him, me play understand, me play kiss him. So all this talk and me monkey again me kiss him penis. what you minimum you trumelan mixing penis. Awesome na. Now me play come lene. Awesome me talk again. Meg narla talk again. Now me play come lene. Government talk awesome 20,000 people long selecting or go and chat long Australia or kind of same na. Me play okay te me play no sleep. Sample of me play me number them master Papnukne karem bakrapna all ras lik so no good member late na me kirap long 3 o'clock me no find it through me make line with all osena meeting osem government must ready 1 plus something from me finish so me go first me kissing is something me must fly na kiss manula thinking from me mixing na mino ting osem yupla ba working mo legal group na kind osem discuss yupla ba working lo mipla na yupla like mipla long make him long mipla yat ba strong na kis money na staff long some working school or make him on something trumet point yutla trume kind osem but ting lo mi mix him lo ene osem ngapman mi at na mi surround lo ene now set him lo mi like him lo mi must go na make him able picking o one of something me kisim this money na work him house in chatla place work in search support me thinking this land me come so okay the line thinking this land all okay the stop osem now almost close to all pelevina stop okay the pelevina stop so what thinking do you play mass school good you play no got knowledge you play kisim school na money you play at all him you play through but thinking do mibla Papua New Guinea short pla thinking this line you know na pa bendi me strong line how no pa yum bendi mibla think government must salim sambla money finish okay this la money mibla thinking lo kisim wisa na salim mibla go down lo up mibla poli money this la thinking mibla god na sta ta sol na sorry lo mi this mibla thank you larim mibla
thank you boss. Sorry, all white man, all bagrap in tang lomi, so topisin lomi am krange. But I want to spend a couple of minutes to talk to you about the visa program, because many of you are interested and you're here because you see that there's an opportunity. Last year, the private sector business, they asked me to go and do a study on Papua New Guineans living and working, and even from Australia. It's quite interesting that there are over 70,000 Papua New Guinea Australians. Okay, so let me clarify that. When you look at an Australian, suppose skin blonde all white, you call them white Australians. Okay, now we have 70,000 Papua New Guinea Australians. They are Australian citizens, they hold Australian passports, they are Australian. They pay taxes, and they have all the benefits of being an Australian. So, the 70,000 Australians, almost 30,000 of them, they live in Queensland. And I'm going to tell you a story of old Papua New Guinea Australian and a young Papua New Guinea Australian. So an old Papua New Guinea Australian, they went there in the 60s, their grandchildren, their children, all of them Australian. They come back here for funerals, and some of our one-talks, we see them come and go. Now, these Australians, they are the ones that are now all pull up straight. They want to come back to Papua New Guinea and contribute. But at the same time, they also want to bring Papua New Guineans to come and work in Australia, because government has now changed the rule that people like you and me, we can go and work in Australia for a very short period of time. So let me tell you about the new Australian Papua New Guinean. I met a woman, I think she was from Western Highlands, and she went there 10 years ago on a visa scheme to collect fruit. Luampla Liglig town called Gatton. So she went and picked the fruit. Under Australian law, after 4 years, if you have done and you're a good person, your employer can recommend you to become a citizen of Australia. All by signing paper and I said, Mgupla Mary, Mgupla Man, we recommend them to become citizens of Australia. So I met this woman. She became a citizen. The farm manager said, you're a good lady, you're going to become a good Australian. Here is your paper to become a citizen. When she became a citizen, the first thing she did, she used the benefits of her citizenship, went and became a nurse. She went and became a daycare person. So she started working in the hospital. But when James Marape and when Anthony Albanese, the current Australian government, Prime Minister, and our Prime Minister, when they signed the deal 3 or 4 years ago on different types of visas, do you know what this woman did? I'll tell you what she did. She went to the very farm that she was working, and she told that farmer, can I bring 100 Hagen people to your farm? Because government now will change in law that people can come from Papua New Guinea to work. And do you know what that farmer did? The farmer that said she can become a citizen. Do you know what that farmer did? That farmer shook her hand and said, you have a deal. Bring your Wantoks to come and work on my farm. So, my simple story is this. You don't need to wait for your governor or your member of parliament. If you really want to go and work there, find your Wantoks that are already in Australia that are recruiting people. Yublarema. And this is the story I am telling everybody in my village. Don't wait for your government. Find your Wantok. Because what's happening now is those Papua New Guinea Australians, they are the ones that are now entering into deals to bring people to go work in farms. Because they are Australians. You and I, we're not Australians. They may look like Engen and Hagen and Central, but all savelo tax, all savelo law, all savelo farm, all savelo hausiva silip. Even that farm that I was at, I went to 2 boarding houses owned by 2 Engen and Hagen and Chimbu women, 3. What they did was they extended their houses so the fruit pickers can live in their homes and go and pick the fruit, come and live in their boarding house. All Papua New Guinea Meri, they own that property. Outside their house, they're selling buai, smoke, mutrus, biscuit, bilum. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Do not look at the fruit picking as a government exercise. Remember, my story in the beginning, don't rely on government. We are very business-like people. You have struggled so much, but you've made business. Well, those Papua New Guinea Australians are doing exactly the same in Australia. They're actually looking and they are making this happen. So, stop wasting time going to the member's office. Find out your Wantoks in Australia who are doing these things. Let me tell you 2 things that made me really, really believe Yumi or Papua New Guinea, we are next level people. There is an Engen man that owns a trailer park. Okay, a trailer park is like, it's like a land space where there are 12 homes and there are over 100 people that live there. Some of them are his Wantoks, many of them are Solomon Islanders, others are all people all over Australia. But he owns that place. There's another one that owns 3 houses, and they're selling betel nut and smoke. You know, the lunch time in Gatton, it's like I'm walking in Boroko or Papua New Guinea, pull up na round. Catching bus, go back and picking fruit. They are not doing that because of the government. The government had a season, they opened a contract, 2 countries signed. But it is the people below them that's making this happen. So, my brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you that story because Many of you don't know this about the fruit picking exercise. So those of you that are on Facebook, pani mo line ask him all, kusat straight mama em walk him sla recruitment. Me like save. Because me like gonna walk lo sla farm, you walk lo walk stop. Am clear? Sir, come. This is my last one? Okay.
Abinu Nogeta. First, me like thank him all leaders. So I work him this work come up through. Thank you, Lord initiative, you like him come, Lord me all youths. Me like lose him 2 black points. One time I come, Lord youths, you me all leaders, Lord this country, yeah. But inside the you me saw the weakness and strength you me yet. You saw suppose you business-minded men, you go lo SME. Suppose you like working you good lo leadership, you go lo community development. You saw lo one strength and weakness blow you. Me to me saw lo weakness blow me and strength blow me. Okay, after this come lo leaders na all host. After this some problem go lo SME, some problem go lo community development programs. Now taking big process. Lo go lo destination to this law programs involved. Now question lo me mosem. Me like harem assurance osem. But you keep on monitoring na guiding me pla. Sample on no strong. Sample on no working something all yet. Me like harem assurance law youth osem. But you keep on guiding na monitoring yes. Or sample all by go through this law process. Thank you.
Sorry, bro, what's your name?
My name is Dan Isaiah.
John, huh?
Dan.
Dan. Okay, Dan. I'm going to say one big word that summarizes what many people are going to come on the stage and talk about in the next couple of days. And this word is called meritocracy. Okay, now I'm going to explain what that means. Meritocracy means that you have everything that it takes to change your life. And that is what government programs, that is what managers, that is what Larry Andali, me, John, Narai, everyone is looking for in a Papua New Guinean. We want the best person to employ and to participate. So the mindset that I'm now going to push back to you is this. Do you have what it takes to get a job? You do?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the assurance that I can give you, and this is the assurance that everyone here can give you. The journey for you to arrive and get a job, it's going to be a very difficult journey. Because like I told you, everything is against your generation. 1.2 million jobs are already taken. Every job you can ever think of, there is now somebody working in it. Out of that 1.2 million, which I didn't mention previously, your generation, you only have at least 20,000 of that. The rest is people from 35 upwards. So your 20,000 that are there, you are all trying to cram yourself in that window that you have. So we have to create new jobs so that millions others can come in. But the challenge in creating new jobs is that we're only relying on one person, on one creation to make that happen, and that's the national government. If we stop relying on them, we start doing our own, then millions of others can get into a job. So your first challenge right now, you have a small window that you are competing against, millions of you. The second challenge is opportunities are not being generated for new jobs. But the third and most important opportunity for you is that your generation is the generation that's creating completely new jobs that has never been seen before. And those are the new jobs we have to start investing in you. If you walk around these tents, you're going to see creators that are creating new types of jobs. Now, those are the jobs of the internet. Those are the jobs of SMEs. Those are the jobs that are waiting to be developed. So the assurance is this: if you have what it takes, you need to continue pushing us, believing in you, giving us ideas. I don't know about the Blue 7 story, but I'll tell you about my company story. I am on my 17th version of my company. Everything before that, I failed and I lost a lot of money. And I kept on changing it, kept on changing it, kept on changing it to what I've arrived now. But let me tell you that what I'm operating now, it'll probably change in the next couple of days. So my encouragement to you is this: continue changing, continue evolving, because that's when the market will start recognizing who you are, and that's when the market will start walking towards you. And it may take you weeks, months, years, but you need to continue probing. 30 years is what you're seeing right now. We're making this event happen. We don't want you to walk for 30 years. We want you to walk for a couple of years, a couple of months. So, assurance, if you go on social media and you tell us you're hungry, you're this type of person, you really want to make the change happen, I'm not the only one that's going to like it. A CEO for a bank is going to love it. Somebody from America will love it. We're going to want to know who you are. But you need to put yourself out there, tell us that you're hungry for change.
Thank you.
God bless, bro. Yeah.
So thank you very much. Me give a big hand, Mr. Doveri. Henao. Thank you too much, Mr. Henao. So at this time, I think I'm come close to the closing. I'm like sing out to Mr. John Pora. He can come on top. Now wrap him up things. Please give him one hand, Mr. Pora.
Sandy, you stop yet or you go finish? Sandy go finish ah. Em face meri come antap na tok tok eh. Em go finish. All right, bami pasim tok ta solo tete ah. Na bami talk out sabla talk through bami talk talk. Am I right or no? So first something we are Sandy talk talk. Expectation. So expectation or some you may have been come inside na tigo sem iga roti stop na bablogo na tete ta sol bablog sim opportunity. True or no? Talk talk straight ah. Okay, so Lorisla, my story behind Ligli because how na something I come up. So expectation me like him set him one time yubla. So talk pisin blah blah me blah go house. By me straight in talk one time all narabla usat like come tomorrow. Am I right or no? So this la talk mosem. Expectation look sim something now na now yet. Lo life yet true no sa kamap. Opportunity sa kamap lo man you by bungim, place you by go, online you by round one them. Opportunity sa kamap osem. So the very been story osem online lo Australia you like sim story plong and pinisa. So one pla booth is tapia labor mobility. Suppose this la idea ikisim you lo bun. Emba you go lo this la. Now, I get a question you like ask him osem na mi ask him all lokam. Am clear? Am clear or no gan? All right. Narapla expectation mi like said him. Am what expectation blo mi bla usati organize him. Na expectation blo mi bla. Inap mi set him one time mi bla one expectation lo government or get a line stop lo here. Now I'm time lo 50th anniversary. It's time to serve our people. Siran lo office na waigani na kain haposem na tok nating ya pinis. Come out na yumibong. Because place you may bung na, place you may pass him talk, opportunities to stop lo deslahap. One bla interest blow you by stop lo here. You tell him go back na look lo backside there, but you look him all get a line lo here, all representing one bla group all called financial literacy. There's la meaning blow there's la financial literacy and talk place blow money. English em sound fancy. Taso lo talk pisin straight, mi talk lo way blow there's la white man system ya, mi blow sa talk asset ya. Em lo talk place mi blow sa talk garden. Man walk lo asset lo narbla, man walk lo garden lo narbla. Em kind talk place ya, em lo lap ya. Also talk financial literacy ya. Em talk place blow money. Suppose you know salo des la talk place. Em ba you stop lo house with susu bottle stop. So one bla big plus something lo des la week me like him you bla lo pass him talk lo all get a line lo house na lo family. Pass him talk broken des la susu bottle mentality. Suppose you 20 years old na you stop lo susu bottle place blo you stop way. Antap lo rote hap mi call him nem logen wanem. Huh? Whatever. Suppose you 20 years old and you stop lo susu bottle. Place ya manem. Check in. Check in. We are 50 years old as a country. We will not do the same thing in our first 50 years, in our second 50 years. You become bunga sem and pasim lo tumbuna. You saram tumbu na story before, now you mean sa wakim ah. Pasin lo tumbu na why na mi bla set him place. You may come na you may story good. You may bung one time. Lo antap lo hagen mi bla garwan pla tok ta solo time white man campaign mi bla. Balus pudan, Sir Mick Lay, Sir Danny Lay, all come down lo balus. All gonna tumbu na bla bla bin wakim sam na wakim strip stop. I think mas Danny Lay or Mick Lay bin come outside lo balus na em la go lo toilet, em go lo side lo strip. Em go na sira no all get a line lo place all come look lo gen. You think em one lo iron pisin come out lo sky na one lo white money come out side lo this iron pisin. Big plus something lo place. Mane go side lo strip dia no all go look na to kay mane wo ka em. All pasin to all to kay em go pick em mas go pick oh. No to I think em mas go pick ya. Tok no come lo this la iron pisin lo sky ya. Em all white blood god or want him something straight. You be looking past them. Em go down here. You Japanese. All look him now all okay. Man pick or simple blah. Look him. Come. Hey. Smell lo pick smell lo sem pick blah tu ya. Miyaman. All no go taste him. Meaning blood is la story inside lo tumana story blah blah. Outside we are different. Inside we are the same. Outside you will see me in a suit. By me talk skin blow me asem, by me talk me mas half white or me mas osem or me mas osem. Outside we are different. Me one bell one them you. But I'm telling you that inside we are the same. Pick one kind. Talk blow blah again. Talk box blah blah. Maski you all him title, you all him one him something. Pick him one kind. If I can live a dream, if I can work hard and I can do something in this country, I will succeed. That is the Papua New Guinea story. Agree? So when you go home tonight and you ready more line lo house for tomorrow, don't come with a susu bottle mentality. When you walk into this booth here tomorrow, you will walk in there and you will start to feed information that is going to give you knowledge. If you are interested to go to Australia, go to labor mobility. If you want community development and you want to support that, go to community development. If you want to know how to formalize yourself, come to NID, go to IRC, SBT taxi stop. Between you and I, we are now going to ask all these people here what we call the private sector and the corporate sector, from this day forward, in Youth Resource Week 2025, get out and serve our people. Agree? You be pasim talk? Every time we go there, we expect to be served. This is our country, Mgaran Blomibla. Your title, your position, does not make you any better than me. Pek pekam one kind. One bell or no God? Come tomorrow with a new spirit, and we will share some more stories. And me pasim talk la deslata so. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Olgeta, and program blame me close of them. Thank you too much, long. You may stop respectful, harim talk, na tomorrow, and me one kind again, 10 o'clock. Suppose you companies, you can talk to our friends, you can come now. Awesome John Pora talk, come with an open heart and an open mind. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow.
So it's been an interesting end to the first day of Youth Resource Week. We've got still a few more hours before the actual end of the day. But as a wrap up, we've had a series of speakers come and speak to young people at the tent behind me. One of them was Larry Andali, Mr. Larry Andali, head of the TWL group, landowner-owned company. He spoke about his origins, his journey in business, how he's been able to build a multinational company from scratch, from investments from landowners. Lots of lessons there. Mr. Dovri Henao spoke about cryptocurrencies, foreign Forex Securities Commission, and how the opportunities of labor mobility can be used for youths here. Now, it's been an interesting first day with a lot of complaints, a lot of positive remarks from those who attended. A lot of people who came here expected to be signed up for jobs or at least have some pathway towards finding a job. That hasn't actually been the case. The idea for Youth Resource Week has been to connect people from different walks of life to people who can help create those opportunities. Mrs. Anna Bais was the first speaker in the morning. She spoke about her work in advocacy, particularly in the field of advocacy for women's rights, human rights. So that's been day one. Day two will be even more interesting with a few more speakers. A lot more people are expected. And this has been day one of Youth Resource Week.